This is my first ever YouTube vlog. And in this vlog, I would like to take you guys back at least 5 years in history. In fact, exactly 5 years in history. That was the 31st of May in 2015. I almost lost my life on that day. In fact, the day before that. I had a condition, what they call aortic dissection, where the aorta, the main artery in your body, literally was dissected. And it almost cost me my life. We were out. Deirdre was still my girlfriend at the time. We went to the sun deck in Hyde Park. We wanted to eat something. We decided that the menu was not exactly what we were looking for on the Friday afternoon. I think that was the 29th of May. And I was waiting for her there. She came from work. My car was there. She came with her car. And we decided that we're going to leave my car there and go eat somewhere where there's something that will, suit our taste buds at the time. We decided on Vicky Christina's in Craighall Park. And it was nice. We had a nice meal. We had a nice chat. And after that, she went and dropped me off at my car at the Southern Sun Hyde Park. And from there, I proceed to go to work. She obviously went home. Now, I have to tell you guys that that was on the 29th of May 2015. I literally moved in with Deirdre on the 1st of that specific month, on the 1st of May. We decided we're gonna move in together, and I was living on my own. She was living on her own. And our relationship just progressed to a point where we actually decided now we're going to move in together. And so on that specific night, on the Friday night, I had dinner with her. So she dropped me off, and I proceed from there to Catsy's, which was my residency at that time for about 5 years. I think I was playing with a band called Tokyo Groove on the night, so they were playing, and then in between I will DJ. Round about just after 12, just after the band finished their last set, and I was about to do my last set. So I was supposed to play from 12 till 1. I'd say 2 to 3 minutes after 12, I literally just started the first song. I was drinking something, and believe you me, up till today, I can't remember exactly what I was drinking. But yeah, I was drinking something, and the next moment I could feel, but this drink is now giving me heartburn like never before. So I was rubbing my chest. And now everything happened within seconds. I'd say in the next 10 seconds, I could feel that there's an immense pain in the back, in my backside, right, my lower back. And while I was now trying to also rub that, the pain spread very, very fast, and it was in my legs. And then I couldn't stand on my legs anymore. I was fortunate enough that right next to the DJ box there was a security guy from Catsy's, and I literally fell on him, and he carried me out of that place like a little baby. I was crawling on the floor at the back of the club, and at that point, I don't know what happened to the music. I just couldn't work anymore. During all this commotion, I could just hear someone saying, "Take him to the hospital. Take him to the hospital." And one of the managers at Catsy's and that guy that actually carried me out of the club, his name is Charles. They put me in my car, which was right at the back of Catsy's, and they sped off and they took me to a hospital. Now you must remember, in Rosebank, where Catsy's is situated here in Johannesburg, just down the road there's a hospital, but that hospital doesn't have an emergency unit. So they took me to that hospital first. But when we entered the hospital, when we got to the hospital, there was a nurse coming out, and I was in immense pain. It was just unbearable. And I was asking her and I was screaming to her to just give me an injection. And she said to me, "But sir, I can't give you an injection. I don't even know what's going on. What's wrong with you?" And she said to the guys, take him to Mill Park Hospital. And they rushed me to Mill Park Hospital. I remember while we were driving, I could see my legs were out of my car, and they were driving with me with my legs out of the car, and I could see they were driving in the wrong direction, and I literally in that state had to direct them to where Mill Park Hospital actually is, and they took me there. And at first, the doctors were struggling to find out exactly what was wrong with me. And yeah, so they were just running around and trying to establish exactly what was wrong with me. It's much later that I realized that in that, I'd say hour to 2 hours, since I got to the hospital, my life was literally hanging in the balance. They were literally, and I'm not even exaggerating, they were literally trying to save my life, doing the utmost best, resuscitating, doing everything they could to save my life. I was in and out of it all the time. Much later, they realized that my aorta was actually dissected. They had to do a scan. I remember I was told afterwards. And I must just tell you guys, I didn't have a medical aid at the time. I was not part of a medical aid, and simply because I was ignorant. It's not that I couldn't afford it at the time, but I just didn't have it. And you know how it is these days here in South Africa with hospitals and medical care. If you don't have a medical aid and you're at a private hospital, they actually can't help you. So they said to Deirdre at the time, you know what? So here's the other thing. If they needed money and they found out that Deirdre was my girlfriend, they also realized, okay, cool, she is the one that will be able to give the money. But if they had to operate, she would not be able to give consent because she was not my wife. She was not a relative of mine. So that was the situation at the time. They said to her they had to do a CT scan, a cardiothoracic scan of the upper part of my chest. And only then, after doing that scan, they realized that my aorta was dissected and that I have to have an operation. Now, I remember being in and out of this thing all the time. I could see people and then I was just out of it again. But at one point, there was this cardiologist who came to me and he said to me, "Mr. Koopman, you are very, very sick and you need an operation. You need open heart surgery. Unfortunately, because of the fact that you don't have medical aid, we will not be able to do it here at Mill Park. But we are trying our utmost best to get you a bed at Joburg Gen or Charlotte Matreke Hospital here in Joburg." I was really fortunate enough to get a bed, and that afternoon they transferred me. That was now the Saturday afternoon. They transferred me from Mill Park to Joburg Gen. Look, I was literally out of it. The last thing that I honestly can remember was they said to Deirdre, who was now my wife, and my friend Crystal and and Deirdre's sister Natasha, they told him, listen, this operation, the success rate is high, but there's also the fatality rate is equally as high. So we always give people the opportunity to get a priest in to anoint the patient before we actually do the operation. So the last people that I remember seeing was two priests who came to my bed, and I think it was the Saturday afternoon, and they started praying for me, and then I was out again, and the next morning I was operated on, and after that I only woke about 4 days later. So they kept me sedated for 4 days. Deirdre tells me a lot about the Sunday, the actual day of the operation, and how it went, and how difficult it was for her, for my family, who was not in Joburg, who's actually not from Joburg, and yeah, and for all my friends, how people were just praying for me, and it was tough. The actual operation was so tough. Um, I I could have died easily, you know. At one point, Deirdre said, in fact, Deirdre said every time the doctor came out to give them an update of the operation, it was bad news. It was not good news. The one point he came out to say that my kidneys fell flat, you know. Another time he would have come out to say that I lost a lot of blood. There was she said, and this was really the most difficult part, when he came out to say that it looks like I might lose my leg, that they have to amputate my leg. Now you must remember, they go through your groin area to uh, to get to where they actually need to work. They put stuff in that veins there, and at one point it looked like they're gonna lose my leg, because they have a simple philosophy, and they call it life over limb. So they'll save your life before they save your limb. So it was really that serious. Um, I pulled through the operation, and like I said, 4 days later, when I opened my eyes, the first person I saw was my aunt, who came all the way from the Cape with my cousin, and I must be honest with you guys, I could just cry. I could just cry, because I realized at that point how lucky I was to be alive. And what I definitely didn't realize at the time is how long the recovery process would take me. I was under severe disillusional state. I was in a disillusional state, thinking that this is just a quick thing. It was definitely not that. Uh, an operation of that magnitude takes a very, 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 very long time. You take a very long time to recover. I was fortunate enough to go home 10 days later. 10 days later. Um, yeah, so I was in hospital for 10 days, and and it was tough. That kind of stuff that the anesthetists put you under, those, what do you call it? Um, yeah, when they sedate you, those things. You hallucinate, and you see a lot of funny things, and there's a lot of things happening in your mind. People ask me, "Did you see the white light?" No, I didn't see the white light. But I must be honest. If I would have died, I would have never known that I'm dead. It would have just been a natural progression, I suppose. Yeah. So it was tough. I managed to now, after After 10 days, I was fortunate to go home. And I was I was severely weakened. I lost a lot of weight. I think I weighed before the operation. I weighed about 92 kilograms, and I came down to 76, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 78. I think it was 14 k's that I lost. So yeah, I remember we were living in a flat with a lot of stairs, and I couldn't walk the stairs when I got home. So literally, Deirdre had to get someone to carry me up that stairs. So so yeah, it was tough, and I got I got tired very very quickly. I was at home. I said to her at one point, I said to her, "No, you know, you can go work as long as you make me my food and you put it there where I can get it, or water and stuff that I need. Then it's fine. I will be okay." I actually wanted to be in my own space, um, but um, but it was tough. I mean, literally from our bed to to the zinc where I want to go drink water. I'd say it's about what 10 meters, and when I got up to go drink water, I literally have to walk to the zinc and sit, drink the water, and then get up and then go back, because it's not it can't be a continuous thing. It couldn't be a continuous thing for me at the time. So yeah, it was tough. The 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 recovery process was not easy. It comes with a lot of commitment from the patient side. Yeah, so I must just be honest. Uh, the way Deirdre looked after me during that time, it's something to behold. I'm very fortunate to have someone like that in my life, and I count my blessings every single day. So I'm asking myself, what are the lessons learned? Because here's the thing, people: your body will speak to you. It will tell you when things are not what it's supposed to be. And my body spoke to me. I remember before I actually had this attack, if you can call it that, an operation. I had severe nose bleeding, which was just uh, it was just a matter of high blood pressure, and I was hospital in and out with what they call epistaxis, which is severe nose bleeding, but it was actually just how my body was telling me, you need to now look after me because I'm not 100% anymore. And literally the aneurysm was building up while that happened. So yeah, I had severe migraines even 2 weeks before the actual attack and incident and operation. I had severe migraines which I never had in my entire life. So yeah, so those things happened, and then the most important part is I didn't drink my tablets on time. So my question is, what are the lessons learned out of this ordeal that I had? Definitely that you have to drink your tablets, guys. You need to drink your tablets on time. You need to drink your tablets every day. That's why you actually got it in the first place. You will lose your life if you don't drink your tablets. Please, guys, I'm speaking to you and you alone. Guys are not known for drinking their tablets. Please drink your tablets. It will only benefit you. Okay, that's the one thing. Then the other thing is listen to your body. Your body will tell you if something is wrong. Listen to it. Go for your. I now go twice a year. I go to a physician for checkups. And go for their checkups. I also need to go. Nowadays, I need to go for scans. I need to do that so that there's still an aneurysm in my body that they are monitoring. So I have to go every now and then in fact, every 6 months. I went 2 months ago. No, not 2 months ago. At the beginning of this month, on the 6th of May, I was at the doctor for the scan results, and he gave me the thumbs up. And he said to me, "I can come back in a year's time. So everything looks fine now." Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because today is the 5th anniversary of the day that I almost died in a DJ box in a club in Rosebank, Johannesburg. So I'm fortunate. I never thought that another 5 years would have been added to my life. And I'm so fortunate and I'm so thankful to the Lord for actually giving me the opportunity to be alive. I was fortunate enough to marry the love, which is now the love of my life. And life is good. We are fine. We are actually good for each other and to each other. And that's the best thing that could have happened to me. I always made myself believe that I was fine being single, but I was actually not. I needed someone like Deirdre in my life, and I just want to reiterate the fact that the way she looked after me during that period is just something that I I will never be able to say thank you enough. I also have a lot of friends who who just stood up during that time, and I'm going to mention a couple of names. And if I miss someone, please forgive me because um, I I might miss someone. But yeah, her sister Natasha was a pillar of strength uh, during that time. Crystal Peterson, Peter Swartz, Mario Klink, my aunt and my cousin, Kerry Lee Slamat, her uncle Bernard. Those are all people who actually played a big role during that time to make sure that my family who came from Cape Town was okay. Ewan Martin, Suzette Underwood, Wayne Veldsman, Arnold Kuswayo, Lebo from Katsis, Charles, all those people, they were all playing their part in making sure that I pull through this whole thing. So yeah, I'm fortunate enough to be alive today because of those people and because of a lot of other people. Yeah, so that is what happened to me 5 years ago, and here I am today. I can still play music for you guys. I can still make people happy with music, and I'm fortunate and I'm thankful. Before I'm ending this vlog, I just would like to say I'm gonna start doing a lot of nice remixes and mixes for you guys, and then I'll also post on this channel, and you have to look out this coming week. There will be a very very nice mix, and it's just gonna be one artist, and I'm gonna do maybe an hour of that artist. I'm not gonna say now who it's gonna be, but you can definitely look forward to it. Yeah, but thank you so much.